Welcome to Discovering Environments. This is the next area of study in your Outdoor Ed Year 10 coursework. There's a lot of content to be covered in this area, and it's broken down in the following way. What is nature? What motivations or responses do we have when it comes to the outdoors? What are the different types of environments? What are the biological elements that make up our different environments? What are the issues related to the environment? How do we go about experiencing or knowing the outdoors? And last but not least, let's reflect on our own excursion experiences. Let's have a look at all of this in more detail. Firstly, when we first have a look at it, is what is nature? And we need to be able to define what the word nature means and be able to describe how we use that word in different ways. So, for example, we talk about nature as the outdoor environment, something being natural. We also use the word nature in different contexts. For example, it's not in that person's nature to be like this. It's not referring to a natural environment. It's not referring to the outdoors, but it's still a very valid use of the word. We also have a look at how do people get motivated? What motivates someone to go into the outdoors? Is it the beauty that they may see? Is it to clear their head from the busyness of work life in the city? Is it to experience a new activity that can only be done in the outdoors? And then once we've worked out what motivates people to visit the outdoors, we need to find out how do people respond whilst being in the outdoors. Are they in awe? Are they surprised? Are they calm? Are they excited? There's very different responses, and each of us in our own way, as a class, will respond differently to the outdoor activities that we participate in. There are many different types of environments, and over this course of work you'll be able to explore them and maybe pick one that you'd like to really explore in depth. Some of the examples that have been shared here are wetlands, grasslands, arid or desert, pelagic or deep ocean, alpine, coastal and tropical forest, to name a few. When looking at your environment of choice, you'll need to understand the different biological elements that make up that environment. And this can include weather systems, different cycles such as water cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, the list goes on. Seasons, the impact of abiotic and biotic elements, and food webs and food chains, who eats what. You'll also explore issues, and depending on what you're interested in, you'll either look at local issues, state issues, national, regional, or perhaps global issues when it comes to the environment. Another big component of understanding our environments around us is understanding how people experience the environment and what they gather knowledge about the environment from. Experiences within the environment can be a variety of things. It can be through recreational activities, taking on an adventure. It can be looking at an environment as a resource. It can be looking at it for a study site, or it could simply be a spiritual connection. We develop knowledge about our environments through experiential knowledge, so being actually experiencing the environment around us, our environmental knowledge, so how the ecosystem works, natural history, so how the environment that you're looking at has changed over time, or the social economic perspectives that we place on an environment. Last but not least, one of the most important things that we do is go on excursions where we can actually experience our environment. Depending on where we go for our excursions, will give you an insight to either a coastal environment, an alpine environment, a bushland environment, and you'll be able to draw from your experience of being there, of what's involved and how it goes all together.